Okay. I have finished texturing my plaid critter. Let's see how I look. I'm cute. I'm cute. I'm cute. I'm cute. I'm cute. I'm plaid. I'm cute. I'm cute and plaid. I've got a seam around my groin. I can fix that. I am plaid. I am cute. I am very cute. Yay. It's turned out pretty good. I've got some texture seams to fix. That's not a big deal. Let's see, did I remember to fix my... I did not remember to fix my viewpoint. I should fix that. But I am cute. I am plaid. Yay. My next step will be to wire up the various expressions changes so that I can switch color patterns and materials on the fly. Let me open up my stream camera here. Let's see. Boop. Yeah. So let's see. I want to fix this to the world. Come on. World coordinates. Okay. So I had to do some weirdness around the shoulders because, you know, topologically speaking, plaid is difficult, and while a body manifold is technically spherical topology, more or less, it's kind of hard to make plaid work on it, at least in a visually reasonable way. I thought about like doing topological shenanigans to try to figure out how to just do it automatically. I've got some ideas about some algorithmic stuff for surface patterning, which I might implement at some point. It'll be a while before I can get around to doing that. But yeah. So like what I had to do was I kind of had to fake things a little bit. So like around my shoulders, things are a little weird. It's better than how it was on the mouse avatar. That wasn't anything to do with the mouse itself, it's just I saw the mouse as temporary. Yeah, let me just turn around a bit, walk forward, you can see my sexy plaid butt. Yeah, well, I'm plaid, I'm cute. Yeah. I am very happy with how this has turned out. There's some little things that need tweaking, and I can probably figure out a better way of dealing with the shoulder topology, but that can wait. You see my irises, that's a big advantage to the palette-based thing that I switched to rather than the swatch-based thing. Because like with the swatch-based thing, it was a lot more difficult to add like iris textures and stuff. Also, the way it's set up, I can actually have different colors for the eyes and irises and horns even. Yeah. I am cute. I'm very happy with how cute I am. How do I'm trying to get my tail in view here. This down maybe. There we go. Yeah. Swish, 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 swish. It'll be even awesomer when I've got full body tracking. So hopefully in November, so that's the latest from Slime VR, is that the full body tracking kits from Slime VR are shipping in November, is their most recent update. Hopefully that happens. They haven't posted an update since July, so I'm holding on to... Oh, the ears are not textured quite right. What happened here? Looks like the ears got moved in a little bit. That's not right. Well, the right ear got moved in a bit. Strange. The left one's still correct. Although the texturing around it's also not quite right either. But, you know, work in progress, right? And, yeah. Anyway, that's it for this update. I know I haven't posted an update in a while, because I've just been busy working on pigment maps and stuff, so, yeah. But that's it. Oh, hey, my, AFK animation is suddenly working. Let's see, I had oh, I know what happened. So, I guess I've got a little more to say. I had noticed, as I had a friend with an index try out the avatar, and the hands were just completely frozen. And I couldn't figure out what was going on, because I'd removed the animation overrides from the words. I had removed the animation overrides from all of the hand gestures, but it turned out that I still had an animation override on the idle state. And so that was preventing finger tracking from working. And as it turns out, that was also preventing AFK animations from working, because I guess the gesture layer was overriding even the locomotion layer. So that's interesting. So actually I wonder then how my walking animations were working then. Because as far as I know, the walking was still working. So that's weird. Working, walking, walking, working. But anyway, it seems to be solved. So I'm happy about that. And I'm not actually looking at the camera. I'm looking at the mirror because I'm so cute. Yeah, so I think that finger tracking, I mean, I don't know how finger tracking will behave. That'll be really interesting to see, and I will definitely have a friend with an index check it out, because I am very curious about how that'll work out. It'll probably be really weird and awkward. But weird and awkward is sort of how I am always, so, yeah. Anyway, that's it for today. And, well, for this update anyway. Maybe I'll post something else later. I do kind of want to, like, squish things around a bit better. But, like, so one of the ideas... I guess I'm not done talking. One of the ideas I have for how to manage textures and patterns and stuff is I have some ideas for some algorithms that would let me map... like, do a bidirectional mapping between XYZ and UV. Right, like the way that meshes work, you have a mapping from XYZ to UV, sort of. You've got a mapping from polygon to XYZ and polygon to UV, but the reverse isn't the case. So, for example, you can't easily say, okay, what texels... So, like, a texel is a pixel on a texture map, just for people who don't know graphics terms. So if you have a texel, you can't look up which polygon it belongs to easily, and you can't look up which texels are next to it. So for example, like there's a seam on the arm around here, down here. And so, like, if you look up just the texel here, so like when you render it, you're looking up the texels from the polygon. But like, so for example, if you, like, rendering this pixel here, this texel here, so it's like, you're going forward from the polygons into the UV map, and then the UV map tells you what the RGB is. And similarly, you're going forward from the polygons into XYZ space, and it's a bit more complicated than that, because there's the armature and, you know, other vertex shaders going on. But basically, you can go in one direction but not the other. So for example, if you look up, if you want to, like, know where on the UV map this pixel is, where this seam is, like, you can't actually easily look that up. And there's ways that you can sort of reverse map it, but that's not what 3D engines do. It's not how they work. So then the other issue is, even if you have that reverse mapping, that doesn't tell you about the topology of the texture. So for example, what I want to be able to do is run algorithms that, like, progressively refine a texture based on adjacent texels on the surface. And that is incredibly unwieldy to do. But I've got some ideas for some algorithms to make it a bit less unwieldy. So what I'd like to do is then build out like various like cellular automata simulations so that I can like I can give like waypoints on the surface and then have algorithms do like a relaxation approach or the like to fill in the gaps between those waypoints. And so that would work for like, doing plaids or like splotches, because I've got a splotchy texture that I want to do, but it's a pain in the butt to hand author. And being able to refine the plaid would be really nice, or being able just to like make an algorithm that will just coat the body with a pattern. And so I've got some ideas about how to do that. I need to take a break from working on code on this and like doing all the fiddly stuff. But I do have some ideas. Now I do need to look into seeing how, like, if Houdini has anything like that, because Houdini has a lot of little tools for texture map, like procedural texturing and so on. I've never actually used Houdini, but it's easy to get a license if you're an indie. Like, they're always providing free licenses for game jams and stuff like that. So I need to give Houdini a try to see if I don't actually need to write my own stuff. But in the meantime, I do have ideas. Like, basically what I would be doing is rendering the avatar not into screen space, but into XYZ space. So basically basically rendering a mapping between UV coordinates and XYZ coordinates, and storing them in an octree. And then from that, it becomes a lot simpler. Like, okay, you've got like this point here. Give me all of the UV coordinates like within like a millimeter of it, or whatever. And so then you can use that to improve the surface texture. So being able to like just like jiggle things around or smooth things out, and so then that can let you take care of seams. One of the ideas I have is like specifically for plaid, like being able to like like draw the corners of the squares and then have those get filled in algorithmically. And then that would hopefully handle things like armpits better, because like the armpits are a mess. And then again, like some of the other patterns would really benefit from it. But anyway, I think that is really all I have to say about this for reals this time. So once again, thank you for watching and listening to me ramble and seeing me dance around and be cute, 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 cute. I'm happy, I'm cute, I'm plaid, I'm cute, I'm happy, I'm plaid, and cute. Okay, bye-bye.